Or also put this on. So we're all set up, right? And I guess we're doing this again, everybody. It's Urban Liquor Friday. It's your boy JT Johnny Joiny Jitters, whatever you want to call me. It's Jitters Jib Jab. Just know you got to call it that. It's Urban Liquor Friday. I'm out in the B town. I don't even know what town that is. I've heard it called the Bean Town. I've heard it called Brooklyn. Heard it called the B Hizzy. I don't even know what to call it anymore. But it's Urban Liquor Friday, and you know what that means. We're all browning out tonight. We all know what that means. I'm browning out tonight. I didn't coin this term Urban Liquor Friday. We're gonna get to where that came from in a little bit, not to be too direct. I don't want to spoil all the good news. But really, my goal is by tomorrow morning. I should have a spotty memory. I don't plan on blacking out. There's a difference between browning out and blacking out. There are people who are gonna, if you know, you know. I saw a girl on the internet say that the other day, and it really bothered me. So I've been saying it to people in real life. But we won't be operating at full capacity come morning. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jitters Jib Jab. We're back. You can call it season 2, episode 2. The name of the episode today, again, I don't know if you understood me when I brought in this intro, but the name of the episode today is called Urban Liquor Friday. Anyway, the thing that's been grinding my gears, at least this weekend so far, it's Friday night. It's late at night. I'm gonna interject here. This isn't exactly what I thought I was gonna talk about today when I woke up this morning, but the thing that's grinding my gears today is I got a friend named Dave. Now, Dave, he's got issues. He's got problems. But my main problem with Dave is we're supposed to hang out, and all of a sudden, apparently, he has a job. All of a sudden, I thought Dave was unemployed, like a real American. Turns out he's had two jobs. Dave has two jobs. He was up until 4 in the morning yesterday, and he's just a sleepy goose. He had his other job this morning at 10 a.m. He got home about right when we had these plans. We had these plans, and these are one of those plans I do kind of even feel bad following through on them. But like even it was his idea to hang out today, and it's his fault I even know what Urban Liquor Friday is. But then there's that, and then I was like, I don't know, man. By the time I knew this guy had two jobs, I didn't even know we were involved in more than one war, let alone did I know this guy had two jobs. By the time I found out, he was saying, like, yo, pull up anyway. It's Urban Liquor Friday. You know what that means. We we lit in the hizzy, in the be hizzy. Anyway. Anyway, but aside from that, the thing that's really been grinding my gears this way is can I get a single Republican to do one of two things? My entire life, I've been kind of begging for any one of you. Originally, it was just one thing, but now it's developed into two things. If I could get one of you to explain to me what trickle down economics is in a way that doesn't make you sound like the dumbest person on the internet, or even in real life, people will try to explain it to me, and I'm like, I'm open to being the problem. Like, hi, hey, it's me. The problem is me. I don't know how that's the thing is I'm not even sure how that song goes. I might not have a good understanding of what this nonsense seems to be. Literally, it sounds like the worst thing in the world. And I can get into the specifics later, at some point. But like, it seems the bigger issue is the people who claim to believe in trickle down economics have a tenuous grasp on what trickle down economics is in the first place. Um, so it's irritating me that like some of you don't know how to explain the Republican Party's primary economic agenda in a way that doesn't sound like you're just giving a tax cut to Walmart. You subsidize Walmart's and Amazon's labor department with your tax dollars anyway. Why are you giving them tax breaks as your primary goal in life on top of that? Because I was thinking the other day, like, yo, you know what's really fucking the economy is like Elon Musk doesn't have enough money. If Elon Musk had like another tax break, or if Jeff Bezos didn't have to bear the burden of shouldering our economy on his broad, bald shoulders. And my biggest issue with Jeff Bezos is I don't know how rich I have to be before I'm like attracted to plastic surgery women, but like maybe I saw this man's wife and I was like, man, like maybe he cares about her personality. Maybe she's actually Satan or something. And he looks into her cold lizard eyes and they both blink twice and they think that their factory workers aren't working hard enough today. But yeah, my whole thesis is the main problems in our country is because billionaires don't have enough money to reinvest into the community. So if I'm misunderstanding trickle down economics in some way, I would love for somebody to explain it to me, whether you're on the internet or in real life, because real life is when you guys sound the stupidest. On the internet, it's a lot easier to like change the subject. I think like I could try to ask the difference between like fiat currency and like the gold standard, and a Republican will start yelling about there's only two genders. It really bothers me. But your tax dollars are hard at work. Don't worry, they just don't work for you. The other thing, and the other thing, and the other thing, it's more than one thing, but it's just one thing that's boiled down into a million different branches and trees. Can I get one Trump supporter, anybody who voted for Trump, to look me dead in the eyes and tell me you don't think he's a pedophile? This guy fucks kids, right? I want like one of you to look me in the eye and say like you voted for somebody who fucks kids. I don't know. So here's and it's annoying too because if some people are like, oh yeah, they're all in on it. I'm like, good, like not good, but you can't get a Democrat to vote for Bill Clinton right now. I get that he's old, but if Bill Clinton was 30 years younger, I don't care how great things were under his economy and how we had no debt when Bill Clinton was president as a country. Apparently that matters to Republicans. That's why they vote Republican is because Bill Clinton didn't have a great economy or some shit. Um, but even with that, you know, badge of honor, Democratic voters still wouldn't put the Clintons anywhere near the White House now that the Epstein stuff is out. Just like a safe, like social distance. That's the thing too, is Republicans physically and metaphorically don't understand the concept of social distancing. Like, and hey, dude, there are people. I'm sure people have distanced themselves from me. I've certainly distanced myself from others. I don't understand how you can see the social distance the Democratic base will put between Jeffrey Epstein and all of his associates. Republicans turn around and put Jeffrey Epstein in the White House and then scream about how they're trying to save America and women. So I don't know how you guys, I don't know how you guys reconcile that part in your mind. But I'm a lefty. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Scandinavian countries are socialist, it seems, when it suits a Republican's argument. Apparently, like all of Europe is a broken socialist country. They can never define what socialism is. I have a tenuous grasp on the English language myself, but apparently also whenever it doesn't suit them at all of a sudden we understand the nuances between democratic socialism and communism. It's pretty irritating. And we all understand what, the left's pretty much arguing about. I don't think anybody who's worked a job in their life before don't understand what liberals have raging up their assholes. And it's not wieners. It's the nature of having a job. The only people who don't know what liberals are complaining about are people who've never not been the owner of the boss's son. Um, but if you ever had a job that you got hired for and out of nowhere you had to do shit that you weren't hired for without any extra money, because the only people who don't know what I'm talking about just haven't had a job before, and it's impossible to work anywhere and not have experienced this. But I do take issue with, however, uh, but yeah, no, I work in an office now for this construction company. I thought I was done with the manual labor bullshit, but surprise, apparently not. And I don't need, I truly don't mind doing some extra shit. Like if I'm the only person in the office and we get all this like fucking lumber and steel and or whatever the fuck it is that's getting dropped off in the warehouse next to the office that I work with. If I'm the only one there, I don't mind getting it. What I do take issue with, however, is there's this like we have this bookkeeper and I work with this guy, and he just like flat out should not be doing manual labor. I'm not going to say the guy's name. If my coworkers ever do watch this, hopefully they don't. But if they do ever watch this, they'll know. They'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But the kid is a buck 20, soaking wet, and I'm concerned for his health. every time I see him, before I get distracted, I have to check one thing. And yet, good, this is recording. I would have been so annoyed. It's literally been like 5 minutes, I think. And I would have been livid if this didn't record because like my ears are hot in this headset. That's the main thing that you don't. Not the main thing, but this if life is full of these like tiny little mysteries. You start doing stuff. Next thing you know, your ears are like rubbing together, chafing on some headphones, or like you get a pair of pants that you think you love. They fit great. They look great. And then next thing you know, you got to walk somewhere. If it's summertime, my gooch is chafing, but not in every fabric. So this fabric, I don't know if you can tell. I'm not sure how I angled the camera well or not. I don't have Dave to help me produce it anymore. But these pants, there's no friction in my gooch. There's no friction, and I look phenomenal. Do you see this? But again, I digress. I digress. Um, but yeah, this guy's like a buck 20 soaking wet. He shouldn't be doing manual labor. And every time he has to do something he wasn't hired for, I'm genuinely concerned for his physical well being. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Um, but at the end of the day, it's irritating because this is the type of person I am. I don't even like this guy. He's a sassy little anime bitch, and I like anime too. I don't have problems with sass. I don't have problems with anime. I don't have problems with bitches, except for mine. But he flat out grinds my gears. But personal grievances aside, if this kid has to move around half his body weight for an hour, maybe you should throw him a couple extra bucks. Like if you go to a job and all of a sudden you have all these other tasks, you should be compensated for them. And everybody understands it's a power dynamic. It's a power dynamic. It's literally a principle. I'm not in charge, but I care about the principle. Um, but I was saying you should throw him a couple of extra bucks. The guy I'm gonna just call Ted for now because I hate Ted from How I Met Your Mother. That guy pisses me off. Just his face, dude. Forget how annoying he is in that show. Have you ever seen his dumb fucking face? It's such an annoying fucking face. I should have started this podcast 10 years ago just so I could make relevant jokes about how much hate Ted goddamn Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. I'm 10 years too late to do this bit about how much I hate that guy's fucking face, but God, it pisses me off. But again, I digress. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I am. I don't know what I am. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. Maybe I'm a commie. I'm a commie with a smoker's cough. I got gingivitis. Am I a commie fascist? Because I think people should get paid for their labor. I don't know. But try this. Try this. Next time your boss tells you to do some shit you don't get paid for, tell him no. Say no. Tell him no. See how that goes. See how that goes. See if you're gonna have to grovel and ask politely. Not all bosses are like that, but like the fact that like you know what it is too, and it's like I agree with this. I understand this. There's no way to articulate when someone's just being a prick. I wish I could make illegal being a prick and like gaslighting, but that's the very nature of gaslighting. So you can't, you don't even know when it's happening. You could have been there while you were getting gaslit and just have no idea it even happened. But people are all like anti-union. Gotta hate Republicans. I fucking hate those motherfuckers. Charlie Kirk's dumbass fucking face, big head, small face, having ass, fucking told people his dumbass was pissing me off. So if you're not aware, like Charlie Kirk was talking about like these flash floods that happened in Texas. I don't know what people are thinking, like where river floods come from, but they come from like snow melt. So if out of nowhere we're getting like random amounts of extra like melted snow in the spring and summer, we should probably be worried about like the planet heating up. But I don't know. But Charlie Kirk was pissing me off because he said like little girls died because black people are in DEI working at a fire department like an hour away from where these people died. And it's just like disgusting because and again, it's not just on the internet. It's like I used to work at a car dealership, bro. Like I was in sales. I would go talk to people every day, and consistently, like the theme with Republicans is you guys will dump the feet of dead children. You guys will dump the bodies of dead children at the feet of black people. Like black people and women are responsible for Texas not wanting to spend tax dollars on like a weather surveillance system while we're destroying the planet. Like it's okay if you don't believe in like man-made climate change, dude. I get it, yo. I'm skeptical of shit all the time too. People keep on telling me dumb shit. Like, what do you decide? What should you decide to believe? At the very least, like get like a weather surveillance system. Why don't you get to the bottom of it? Seems to be disputed. I don't know. Maybe you should watch the weather. I don't know. Pay attention to it. I don't know. Don't let people die camping because you don't want to believe climate change. The climate happens. I don't know what to tell you. And then they'll turn around and they'll say this once in a century type of flood is happening 2 times in 1 week. They'll say shit like that happens all the time. It's weird. Why would people go camping next to a river that apparently, according to Republicans, floods on a disaster level all the time, fucking randomly? Like that's where I'm gonna bring my oh yeah, I have a daughter and her and all of her friends want to go camping. Let's go camp next to the flood river where people die all the time because this is the type of thing that happens all the time. The news just used to not report on it as much. Now they're overhyping the natural disasters to make you scared. This is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my goddamn life. And it sucks because you have to talk about children dying in river floods for people to get the point. You're not going to take your kids camping somewhere in your state that just has random floods all the time. So that lie is not going to be able to work on this one at least. But Jesus Christ, I fucking hate Republicans. It's so annoying. I'm no climate expert, but I'm 70 to 75% certain that's not how it works. You people call, you people cry all day about like money spent in Ukraine, so you cannot build a weather surveillance system in America while kids are drowning. You want to slash National Weather Service budgets and then just like sit back and blame black people. Like black people don't even swim, bro. I don't even know. I don't even want to go there. But again, I digress. Still, I can get on board with I can get on board with all that if one of you would explain Reaganomics to me, but you can't. You literally can't do it. And even if you tried, if you sat down and you tried to explain, I got a little bit of the sniffles, but talking is literally clearing my nose. It's amazing what healthy expression does to the body. Um, um, but yeah, if one of you could, if, yeah, you know what would happen if you tried to explain trickle down economics, Reaganomics to me? You know what would happen? Even if you tried, you know what I would say? You know what I would say? I'd look you dead in the eyes, and I'd ask you, what happened to manufacturing in this country after Ronald Reagan started giving tax cuts to large businesses? I'm pretty sure, like immediately after, they all outsourced production to other countries. Now you guys are trying to have Trump use tariffs so the government can wrangle the free market into doing what you guys want in order to redistribute wealth from private business owners to the working class. I don't know how else to even pitch a redistribution of wealth besides using taxes to push money in a certain direction. And on top of that, I'm not even saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying it's like the dumbest way you could try to do a socialist redistribution of wealth. But then you guys like call him a populist. And my honest opinion of populism is it's just national socialism for people who've never read a fucking book. And I'm sure some of you won't get the problem with what I just said. But that doesn't seem to make any sense. But I guess in a world where Donald Trump doesn't fuck kids, you can have your cake and eat it too, I guess. I don't know. Instead of talking about tax policies, you people want to cry about where like trans chicks are allowed to shit. Apparently, they've been shitting in pools or something. I don't know. That's not important. It's just not. Government has like two key things it's supposed to do. It's just military policy and tax policy. I don't know why you're really worried about anything else when it comes to the federal government. It's okay to have these opinions on like the state or the county level, but if you're talking about the federal government, you should be strictly talking about what's the difference between the two parties' tax policies and what are their like foreign policies when it comes to war. But they're swimming. And speaking of which, how's the war in Ukraine going? Because I saw Trump on camera crying because Putin keeps killing people, and I don't know how to stop him because I'm a little baby back bitch. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Like, it's so annoying because it's like, I'll try to say these things and people will be like, you got to get off the internet. And then literally, like, I had a job where all I did was talk to people in real life, and people would walk in and be like, we need Trump to solve the problem in the Ukraine. He's going to solve it on day one. It's real fucking life. These people have no idea what they're talking about, and it's oh god, I gotta edit some of this footage into this. I gotta start showing people in the podcast what I'm talking about because this man Donald Trump was crying like a woman. I'm gonna do some misogyny a little bit just to describe what a baby back bitch Donald Trump is. The man's crying. Putin won't stop killing people. Pete Hegseth caused weapon shipments to Ukraine and didn't tell me because I don't know how to run an administration. And I'm not even saying I would either, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Eat shit when it comes to foreign policy. Fall on my face. I wouldn't be able, I'd have cried. I'd have cried. If I just sit there and be like, Vladimir Putin doesn't listen to me and he's just playing games, I'd be crying on national television. I don't have enough backbone. I guess that's like something good. He's got enough backbone to not like break down crying because God damn it. It's very annoying. But Republicans aren't serious. And then like when it came to like Ukraine, like even if literally a single one of these fucking Republicans running around voting for Trump think it's a good idea, like they're in on some secret about how the world really works. If one of them would have just looked at me and said, I don't think we should be spending that much in support of Ukraine. I think we should be spending based on X, Y, and Z. I think we should spend this much. They could have lured me in. Like they don't even know how to like not sound stupid. They sound like, and it's frustrating because like I remember vividly, like there were some kids in like social studies class and like earth science and like algebra that they were just like, I don't get numbers. I don't understand what the book is saying. And I used to think they were doing a bit, but now like I'm an adult and it's like you people are like I don't know, man. Like I don't want to end up advocating for like a litmus test for like who gets to have rights and who gets to vote. But like there needs to be some system where like people who couldn't hold their own on a document based question don't get to vote. Like I'm not even saying you need to get an A if you want to get to vote. Like you need to be able to get like a D. Girls trying to get the D. But yeah, they're not serious. My favorite thing they do after you hit a Republican with a good argument, they'll just like start talking nonsense. I'm like, hey, here's a video of Trump fucking kids with Epstein, and they'll say some dumb shit like, "There's only two genders. At least it's fucking a girl, not a trans girl." I'm like, all right, bud. And it's just annoying because I feel like that, and maybe I'm out of my mind. I'm open to being out of my mind, but I feel like there's more than two genders. Like we all grew up making jokes about hermaphrodites. I thought like there are people out there walking around with XXY chromosomes packing one dick, two balls, and three pussies or some shit. And whatever you want to call that, that's more than two genders. That's at least like a secret third thing that nobody's talking about for some reason because it's so annoying. Not only do they bring in the trans conversation out of nowhere, if you talk about like economic policies or foreign policies or the Budapest memorandum, if you make any lick of sense when you're talking to a Republican, they'll just start yelling that there's only two genders. And then like every time I think about it, I'm like, if I had a penis and a vagina and XXY chromosomes, I would think of myself as some type of secret third thing that apparently nobody's allowed to talk about. Because I don't even see libs making this argument, which blows me away. Because like I thought they were the ones representing like intersex people. So I don't even know what that means. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to make of anything. But no, start World War III because you forgot about the jokes you used to make in middle school, and now that it's convenient. And the ego for these people to pretend like they give a flying fuck about like women or women's sports. I don't care. I don't care about women's sports in the slightest. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I do and then forget that women's sports is DEI in the first place. The WNBA loses money every year, but we have to act like it's like a business that loses money isn't a charity case to protect the delicate sensibilities of Republicans. They need to virtue signal and do moral grandstanding about how they're protecting women, but like wait until some of these jacked bitches start getting their DNA tested and it comes back like XXY chromosomes, and all of a sudden it's not black and white, and you guys are going to decimate women's sports. Or we're gonna have to wait till like gym teachers are checking your daughter, making sure she has a pussy down there before she gets on the volleyball team. Like I don't know if you guys are smoking crack, but you guys are running around yelling like, "We need to segregate our children's genders in ways that they're not like." What world do we live in where you guys forget that government officials are like fucking kids? Like you put a pedophile in the White House, you're pretending like gym teachers should be trusted to make sure your kid's a girl. I don't know, man, but that's just what I just think about. Like when rubber meets the road, you make a law. Who's checking? Fucking morons, dude. And it's literally always Republicans. Like government will try to get away with doing shit they shouldn't. So I want my high school gym, my school district's gym teacher to check my son's dick before he gets on the baseball team, or do some type of weird DNA test, which is gonna fuck up some little girl's head out there when she's got like weird chromosomes. That's all she hears about for her life. But yeah, you guys are the ones that care about women, man. Just the pretty ones, probably. I don't know, man. But again, I'm not moral grandstanding. I don't care about. I don't give a flying fuck about women's sports. I just hate stupid shit more than I like really anything. There's nothing that it outweighs the passion I have for stupid shit. If somebody sat here and told me like the grass was orange, I'd do a jihad. I swear to God, it just irritates me that much. But anyway, what are we even talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Can you still hear me? I hope you can. Because I keep trying to wear jeans. Like I have one pair. I have a single pair of jeans. It's both singular and multiple. It both is and isn't. But I keep buying jeans. I have a pair of quantum jeans stuck in a state of entanglement with one another. But periodically, and my problem is I like them. I like them a little tight, not too tight, but a little tight nonetheless. And here's the thing: I'm 30. I've learned how tight I should go. I actually look good in a new pair of jeans, right? Like right when I buy them. If I get the pair that fits just right, sometimes I know what's going on, and I know what's happening. I've gotten fat, but not that fat that these jeans should be looking as tight as they look. But the jeans must be shrinking. But I know what's happening. I know what I'm doing. I'm top heavy. I have thick thighs. I'm a chunky boy, girthy. Some might say. The right pair of jeans look real good on your boy over here. Anyway, like one wash and dry. The point. I digress. The point is one wash and dry. Any shrinkage. If my jeans even think about seeing a therapist, they just go lose all their luster. They're way too tight. I mean, really, they get too tight. They have that thought and it's gone. It's over. I got to get rid of them. But then I'll go through my jeans. I might start a summer off with 3 or 4 nice pants alongside another fabric or two of pantaloons and end up with one wearable pair of pants by December. And they all start to look bad before I even notice. And I'll notice and just not care for a little. So you'll see me walking around in pants that don't fit me, but I'm not particularly worried about it cuz like I I'll notice, but it's just like I only care a little, and maybe I'll just need to do like some laundry. It's like this is the only pair of clean pants I happen to have right now, and I end up wearing them. I'm not pushing my plans back so I can do a load of laundry. I don't care about you that much. Whoever I'm going to see that day, I don't value your opinion enough to worry about how I look in front of you. I'm actually pretty neurotic on the rare occasion that I do like someone enough to value their opinion. So if you do catch me on an off day, it's only because I care. But I digress. But back to my point, back to my main thesis, much to my point, I'd like to say I'll end up with one pair of pants, but by the time I get to the point that I'm putting them on or something, because I won't think about it until it becomes a problem, right? Like, why inundate yourself with problems? Am I right? Like, why put one foot in front of the other if you can't pick it up off the ground? That's what I always say. This final pair of pants, my final fabric, some might say, destination orgies. I'll be trying to put them on, and now am I not only angry with myself how I look, the cost of pants, of which I care nothing for. The economy's falling apart. Half my family's Nazis. Ted at work is pissing me off. Dave found a new homeless Nazi that's sleeping in his car. I think he fucks her. At least I hope he's fucking her. At least I hope he's getting something out of it. Because if not, if Dave is just letting homeless Nazis sleep in his car just because he supports the cause, he doesn't actually deserve our grace and forgiveness, now does he? Yeah, maybe we won't let it slide, San Diego. But I'm the goddamn reason my pants shrunk in the first place. Maybe I should just wash my pants right the first time, and I wouldn't care that ICE is snatching little girls off the street. Maybe if I had like a nice car and some new bitches that just shut the fuck when I tell them shut the fuck up when I tell them to, maybe I would look away from like the suffering of others. Maybe I'd have better jokes more centered around mocking immigrants and women, like a professional. Maybe I should stomp around punching down. Sorry to do this, by the way, but it's not like you bitches can hit back. You guys really are just the worst at hitting back, both physically and metaphorically. I almost think they aren't even trying. Every time I pop one right in the eye, they got nothing in them. And it's not like the immigrants can speak English, so like, what are they gonna do? I can't even give you a bit about it. I only speak American. If I could give you a Mexican bit, I would. But this is how American I am. I only speak American. They all speak Mexican. That's exactly how white I am, by the way. Every country that isn't America is just Mexico to me. By my calculations, I must be 50% honky. I've ran the numbers. Trust me, I'm a scientist. At least I play one on TV part time. That's not a good bit. But do you know how annoying it actually is to look this Mexican? And I'm just light skinned the whole time. Do you have any idea what it's like to look this Mexican? And then have to say, yo lo siento, papi, yo soy negro y blanco. And I'm not even sure I'm saying like ethnicity right. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to call honkies gringos if I'm speaking Spanish. Like, oh, yo soy negro y gringo. But like, and then they all laugh at me. And like, I don't get the joke that these Mexicans are laughing at. But like, I was at the club one time. I was getting jiggy. I was getting jiggy in the club one time. And it was pretty festive. I was having a good time. I'm faded. I'm But sometimes, and this girl, I like to think that it was like this pretty little girl that came up to me in the club and just started dancing on me, shaking her butt on me, but like kissing my neck a little bit. And then like we're getting jiggy with it. I was definitely soused down because most of the time in my life, like, I don't go to the club. But when I used to go to the club, I'm not going to the club to be sober. So like, because I only might get laid if I go out, but I can guaranteed get blacked out. So, one way or the other, I'm having a good night. But eventually, this girl, who I can only assume was pretty and probably the most beautiful woman in the world, she's dancing on me. And then eventually, like, the room kind of gets quiet. I guess like a song was kind of ending. It was later in the night. And she gets up in my ear real close and she's like, "Are you Puerto Rican?" And like, my dumbass at the time goes like, "No, I'm actually just black." And she goes, "Ew," and scurries off. I'm yelling like, "Que pasa, mommy? I'll be whatever you need me to bake." Like, it pissed me off because like, yo, I'm still dead ass handsome. Like, yo, I'm still handsome enough that you came out in front of all your little friends and started shaking your butt cheeks on me like I'm cool, like I'm somebody. Knowing that is, and then I have to walk around my entire life like, yeah, when you guys go out, women don't just start shaking their ass on you. What kind of experience are you having? And it's fucking annoying because now I don't even know what's going on. But again, I digress. This episode isn't titled "What's Wrong with White Women," by the way. At least I hope it's not. No, it's actually titled "Urban Liquor Friday." Shout out to a white woman for coming up with that. Actually, Urban Liquor Friday. They literally just don't stop. You gotta sometimes you just gotta stay away from evil snow bunnies and evil lightskins. You can't trust if there's two groups of people you can't trust out there. It's evil snow bunnies. That's an archetype of person, and also just light skins in general. You should avoid those two types of people at all goddamn costs. Um, but yeah, if you thought this episode was what's wrong with white women, it's not. It's just Urban Liquor Friday. Apparently, that's okay to say in some circles. And now that I think about it, it was probably a white woman on the plantation telling her husband, "We need more cotton. Betsy's husband sells so much more cotton than you." And that's some shit white women would do. They throw that moral failing right in your face, like, "I didn't tell you to buy more slaves." As much as I hate Republicans, it's really white women mainly. It's white women letting their husbands run around telling everybody the election was rigged. You're letting a grown man of yours not you're letting a grown man you claim to love run around not being able to look at a graph at an eighth grade level. Talking about climate change ain't real. It's definitely happening. Your husband hasn't even graduated to the part of the climate change argument where you guys pretend it's just not man made, but it's definitely happening. So my real bone to pick is kind of with white women. I don't know how you let that happen, but I don't know. I guess natural selection isn't like it's weird because like now we're I think they're if I was a wealthy woman of any race, I want to be very clear. All right, all right, Dave. All right, Dave. Don't worry, pal. We're almost done with the episode. Where the fuck was I? Yeah. And now that I think about it, yeah, that's probably what happened. But like this isn't me. This isn't me. I can't imagine there's a person out there that would make jokes about women and minorities or immigrants in earnest. So like when I don this character, I really want you to picture somebody who really believes in some of the things I'm saying. But the red pill's funny like that. The red pill's just hating women. That's why I can't do it. I love women too much. Women are my most favorite part of the planet. And that's what always makes like incels and incel culture so funny to me because these bitches are like so down bad, bro. I've dated this is I don't I don't even know how to say this without sounding like a douchebag, but I've dated multiple sometimes hot and sometimes not ladies that were like straight up like, yeah, as long as we have a pool, you can cheat on me. And there are things wrong with me. Like real things are wrong with me and I still survive in the dating market. And I swear to God, I'm a nice car and some empty promises away from two bad bitches at any given moment. So if you're really having trouble pulling, you gotta stop. I don't know what you gotta do because it's a problem. And if you dabbled in like Andrew Tate shit, like you definitely get no bitches, or you're just genuinely stupid. Like you might come for money and just like buy women. And fellas, if your dad taught you to just like buy women, that's what you do. Like I, if I had the bread for it, bro, if I had the bread for it, monogamy would not be an option. Monogamy would not be an option. I've never even considered aiming for a career in something in which I'd be trapped in monogamy. And like I'm not trying to be like weird or annoying, but like even if like I'm married to a woman for like 7 years and I just get like a new wife, like that's more or less like the wife style that I'm looking for. But yeah, it's just annoying. But the truth is, like, you can low key, high key, just buy bitches, and like, it's honestly just pretty much the most reliable way to pull. I haven't had enough money to really test that, but that's my perspective. But I'm done at this point. I gotta wrap this up. David getting T money. Guy needs to snooze. All of a sudden, he's got a job. Kind of pisses me off. I didn't even mean to just start railing against women and minorities, but again, it's just hilarious to me when people do that in earnest. sometimes. It's Urban Liquor Friday, brought to you by white women. But I should wrap this up before I hurt one of my beautiful queens out there. I'll end the rhetoric. The rhetoric. I'll actually just end it on this note, ladies. Ladies, if you're for sale, and not all of you are for sale, but if you're for sale and you know it, just stop having opinions. Don't vote. Like, I'm for sale, so I'm actually a little bit of a hypocrite on this one at this point. But I didn't make the patriarchy. I'm just living in it. And in this society that we have for ourselves, where this sort of thing is frowned upon, if I can get a bad bitch to buy me, that's high key a flex. So we can let it go on that. Thank you for listening, actually, and until next time, San Diego.